Now it's time for Lefties Losing It. You know, we are blessed to have networks like MSNBC staffed by certifiable morons and pathological liars because they make my job just so easy. I just have to watch a few minutes and the Lefties Losing It content flows like the Mississippi in spring. Here is Joy Reid being a hysterical banshee and using words she doesn't seem to understand, like coup.
We begin tonight with a full-on crisis in our democracy, as federal workers are literally locked out of their offices while operatives working for a private citizen essentially take over our government. If this were happening in any other country right now, I promise you, I'd be on the air calling it a coup.
And Joy Reid, along with suffering from a severe case of stage 4 TDS, that's Trump derangement syndrome, she's also an election denier. And according to the left, that makes her a threat to democracy.
They're even talking about like stealing an election. And it's making me rethink whether I do believe like election machines can be hacked. Because I've always been like, you can't hack the election machines, but they're like convincing me, I don't know, maybe you can, I don't know.
I mean, to me, in this world, anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
There are all these conspiracy theories out there about Trump and whether or not they cheated. I know you say that they didn't, but I know you kind of have to.
Wait a minute, I didn't say they didn't.
I don't know about you, but I'm shaking with fear with this dangerous democracy denial.
Elon Musk, somehow using his tech connections, because I don't want to say genius because we know he's not.
Yeah, he ain't a genius.
But those relationships or whatever, because they just seem too confident. It just doesn't add up to me with all the support that she had. And I know that for you, and because of what happened with Fox and because what you do professionally with the network, you can't say it was the machines or something like that. But if you think it was the machines, but you can't say, just don't say anything. See, this is what I'm saying.
I'm not saying anything. All I'm saying is there are many ways to cheat in an election. And I don't ever put it past Republicans to cheat in elections because they've been busted too many times.
Let's hear now from a couple of women who are likely to be MSNBC viewers. Why do I say that? Because they are uninformed, unhappy, and a little unhinged.
I took my kids to school today and just dropped them off, and I just feel so sad, right? Like, we all knew this was coming, and then I think that yesterday was far worse than any of us could have anticipated. And I took the day off to just kind of protect my peace, and I plugged back in this morning, and it's just so bad.
And here is a lady who is very forthright in her opinions, except when faced with a fairly obvious but inconvenient question.
Stop abuse of power.
Yes.
In what regard?
Well, with everything that's happening in our politics, I think it's pretty straightforward.
Like with Trump?
Yes. It seems that money goes a long way right now with our politicians, and that needs to stop.
So would you say it was an abuse of power how they just removed Joe Biden out the Democratic primary and installed Kamala Harris?
I don't know that I can comment on it.
Now let's go to CNN, where even their overwhelmingly left-leaning panel and hosts are left laughing at just how crazy the Democrats sound this week.
To our Republican colleagues, if you do not see the light, we will bring the fire. Resist!
We are going to be in your face. We are going to be on your asses.
We have days to stop the destruction of our democracy. We have work to do. Tell Elon Musk to take his hands off your money. We don't pledge allegiance to the creepy 22-year-olds working for Elon Musk. We pledge allegiance to the United States of America.
And goddamn it, shut down the Senate! We are at war!
We will win! We will win! We won't rest! We won't rest!
Gretchen.
Yes,
So,
the Democrats need a real leader, okay? They need a real leader, which currently does not exist in the Democratic Party. Trump has said all of these things were going to happen. We saw him align with Elon Musk, which may go down as the smartest thing that any presidential candidate has ever done.
Now to possibly the most irritating woman you'll hear from all week, and that includes the ladies of The View and MSNBC's nightly lineup. This is the definition of educated but dumb, privileged but pitiful.
Ways that Middlebury fails its students make this sobering truth abundantly clear. This is heartbreaking. If there's anything you hear of what I'm saying, let it be this. When our hearts break, let them break open like pomegranates and burst with seeds that can take root. We are literally graduating the same month a fascist has taken office. Within 11 days, he has pulled out of the Paris Climate Agreement for the second time, denied the existence of trans people, and unleashed a slew of ICE agents to arrest an average of 1,000 people every single day since they began.
Yes, don't you just love the way she talks? It's so effective. That poor simpleton is wearing both a keffiyeh and a rainbow scarf. May I suggest not trying that sort of thing in Gaza, lest you be thrown off whatever tall structure remains. Now, this privileged nincompoop mentioned her college, Middlebury. This is a college that charges tuition of more than $67,000 per annum US, and the housing and meal plan costs another $19,000 plus. So almost $90,000 US per annum to produce hysterical idiots like this.
Such as the airstrike on the Al-Shifa ambulance and the flour massacre, where Gazans ran to aid trucks so they could make bread, and Israeli soldiers gunned them down. And most importantly, smiling from ear to ear with a bunch of kids at the beauty of the sun setting over the horizon of their displacement camp. I have immense resources at this school, and I use them.